Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you to everyone that has been liking and subscribing. The channel continues to grow and kudos to you all. Today we're going to go through our game week 11 watch list. Game week 10 is not yet concluded yet, as we all know there's one more game to go, that is between Fulham and Brentford, and we have a number of assets still left. Personally, I have, I think, 3 assets still to play today, and I believe it's the same for many of us. So we are yet to go through the review of my game week 10, as there's still a few matches to go. So today, as we go through our watch list, we'll look at the likes of, for example, our defenders. We'll start with our defenders, then our midfielders, and then lastly our forwards. You'll notice from our defenders we have a new addition who's Ola Aina. Aina had a haul of about 15 points. He scored a goal for Nottingham Forest and also had a clean sheet, which led to the 15 points he had. I believe Nottingham Forest defense has really been looking good. I don't usually put goalkeepers on my watch list, but I think Sell is looking very good for very many of those that have him as an asset. He's looking very good. He assisted the previous game. He has, I think, kept another clean sheet, and the entire defense of Nottingham Forest looks good. So if you can get someone that also provides any attacking returns, I think that would be good. So the two defenders you would look at Ola Aina and Moreno, their left back, who also looks very good going forward, and I think he assisted in this same game as well. Ain Nori also does appear. He he plays a left wing back who's always in the box. If you watch the match of Wolves, I think he had a number of opportunities where he could have scored, he could have assisted. So going forward, I think it does look like a very good asset, especially for their next game week where they play Southampton. And you'll notice, I think Cunha also makes another appearance on our watch list because of their next game. Vardiol, the Man City defense doesn't look good, as Man City has not kept a clean sheet, I think, in quite a number of games. So they don't look good. And for those that have been having Ederson and other defenders in Man City, I think we've not gotten any returns in a while. But the good thing about Virgil is that even going forward, he does return. He scored, I think, 6 goals in this year alone. Calendar year, I think, is one of the highest scoring defenders in the game currently. So Virgil continues to look good because he does provide, besides the defensive attributes, it does provide some good attacking returns. As we go to the midfielders, it's important to note that Spurs gets to play Ipswich next, which is a match I think I personally would like to capitalize on. So with the likes of Son, Solanke, Johnson, Poro, I think those would also be very, very good assets in this coming game week 11. So in our midfield, we definitely have Son, whose minutes are still being managed. He did play around 55 minutes this game week. He assisted, but obviously he was a bit not happy with being substituted. And hopefully going forward, he could probably be rested in the midweek game, and then probably is fresh for Ipswich. So that's one other person that I think is looking good, as all the other Spurs assets that I've mentioned. Then also Foden. Foden had, I think for those that have him, it was really an unlucky match for him together with Haaland. They had all the stats, they had all the chances, but they really failed to capitalize. And like I'd mentioned in last week, I think Man City is going through a phase which is one of the main reasons that led to me selling Haaland, because I believe they were really not yet there, and the injuries had to have an impact on them. But one good positive I think I did note in their lineup was that De Bruyne is getting back. We'll see if he can be able to play some minutes in the Champions League. But I think that's a very big boost for Haaland owners, because with De Bruyne in the team, you're always assured of Haaland getting the supply that he needs. So very soon, I think he'll get back his scoring boots. One other person to mention is Semenyo. He's had games have gotten past. I think he had Arsenal and Man City, and after that, his fixtures really look good. So Semenyo does look good as well. And then my forward line, as I'd mentioned earlier, because of the Spurs matches that are looking good, Solanke does make appearance. Cunha makes an appearance because of the same fixtures of Wolves that are going to look very good. And Welbeck continues to surprise us. He came up with an assist, so with I think 5 points. So he continues to, yeah, do good for those that have been owning him. So to go through my team, I think in this game week 11, I think Fabianski is going to start ahead of Raya. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan now finally keeps a clean sheet after I take him out. But I think the West Ham fixture against Everton looks good with West Ham being home. They're not playing the best really, but I think I'd capitalize on that better than Raya away to Chelsea. So I think Raya will go in my goal. Then, as I've mentioned for my watch list, the other two people I'm looking at are Cunha Vardy had come in for a 1 week punt. He only assisted in the game. I think the equalizer for Leicester. But I think going forward, I'm going to probably have to make a decision between Cunha and Solanke for their matches that are coming up in this next game week. I have one free transfer that I'll be, I think, deciding as we go on. But you keep on the channel and you'll keep on seeing which direction I'll be looking towards. Wood was the other option, but as I've mentioned, the fixtures for Wood take a turn. I think us that didn't capitalize in the last game weeks where he has really hauled and scored, I think it's a bit too late for us to begin making that change, because in the next few fixtures, I think 5 fixtures, he plays Man City and Arsenal. But yeah, there's a bit of Ipswich in there, which I think is one of the best fixtures in like a list of 5, 6 game weeks. But when the form is on, you wouldn't rule it out of him scoring still against the likes of Man City and Arsenal. So fingers crossed for those that own him. Maybe I mentioned for the likes of Isak, because as I mentioned, his fixtures for we can have them, we can have a look at them. But I think his fixtures also look better. Yeah, we see he plays Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Crystal Palace in the next three. So Isak is also a good mention as well. Those are my plans really. As the week goes on, we shall continue to go through how my team will going to evolve and all the different thoughts that I'll be having. Otherwise, let's meet up in the next video. FPL responsibly and see you next time.